Right now, first at 4, gusty winds and rain are on the way, and just in, a wind advisory has been issued for our northern tier for late tonight and through early tomorrow morning. I'll break down what you can expect in your complete forewarned forecast coming up.
Also, the Detroit Police Department tackles a dangerous problem after 2 recent fatal shootings.
We are not the mental health police, but unfortunately, this crisis has landed squarely in our lap.
How the department is stepping up its response. And here's Paula.
We'll take you inside a nonprofit that helps some 40,000 students learn online during COVID. Teachers are saying they saved the day. The question now is, who will save this nonprofit?
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, this is a live look at downtown Detroit as we get ready for a change in our weather. Rain is coming our way. Brian Sherman is in for Kim Adams to make sure your family is prepared. Brian.
Karen, definitely some much needed rainfall heading our way, but that's going to come with colder temperatures and gusty winds as well. Because of that, the National Weather Service has just issued a wind advisory for our northern tier of counties, Genesee, Lapeer, St. Clair, and Sanilac counties from 10 o'clock tonight until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for wind gusts to 45 miles an hour. In addition, a lakeshore flood advisory has now been issued from Sanilac and St. Clair counties for the same time frame, as they could see some minor low-lying flooding with the rain and winds overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Exact Track 40 radar, a clean sweep across southeastern Michigan. As you see here, we are getting just a little bit of sunshine heading through our afternoon. Upper 30s to lower 40s for most everyone, sitting in the mid 30s right now, 35 in Pontiac, 39 here in Detroit, and 40 right now working over into Howell. We are starting to watch some of that moisture heading over Lake Michigan, working off to the east. So as we go through the rest of the evening, expect those clouds to increase, and we will see some light rain or drizzle with temperatures into the 30s heading throughout the evening. Much more on what you can expect in your complete forewarned forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Karen.
All right. Thank you, Brian. New at 4, Highland Park police tell us a 29-year-old man is in custody right now in connection with a shooting in the parking lot of a local auto supplier. Officers are investigating some kind of altercation that took place at Faurecia plant over on Oakland Park Boulevard. They say there was a fight on the shop floor involving a 29-year-old and a 40-year-old Detroit man. The fight continued into the parking lot, and the 40-year-old was shot and killed. Police will now give their evidence to Wayne County prosecutors, who will make a charging decision. Detroit's police chief is outlining the expansion of his department's crisis intervention team. The move comes after 2 high-profile deadly shootings involving police and people who were experiencing mental health issues. The upgrade includes more officers and new technology. The department will start with 18 officers dedicated to the crisis intervention team. Overall, Chief James White says about 100 officers have so-called CIT training. Police will also increase the use of body cameras and drones to get a better handle on dangerous situations. The chief wants more options to end dangerous situations safely, but says police can't solve the problem alone.
We need mental health providers. We also need treatment facilities that are not just stabilization and release. We need long-term treatment facilities so that people get the help that they need. By the time the police are called in, the crisis has happened, and we are, by and large, a reactive unit. When we get called in, this unpredictable, unstable predicament that the family finds themselves in, they're calling us in to assist them with it. The reality of it is we have training, but we're not mental health professionals. I'm not the mental health police chief.
Our Victor Williams was at the Chiefs news conference and will show us some of that technology police will be using during his live report when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. The battle over abortion in Michigan is about to reach another key milestone. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed an executive directive to start implementing the changes brought by the recently passed Proposal 3. That order tells state departments and agencies to get ready to guarantee the reproductive freedom that will become part of the state constitution. Prop 3 officially takes effect next week. We showed you encouraging news about inflation yesterday, but the fight to bring prices down continues today. About 2 hours ago, the Federal Reserve boosted its benchmark interest rate up by ½ point. It is the 7th time the Fed has raised rates this year, but it is a smaller increase. The policymakers also indicated there will be more hikes to come in the next year. Yesterday, we told you inflation was 7.1% in November, down 2 points from the peak in June. But the Fed has said it wants to see inflation about 2%. Looks like Congress is inching closer to a deal to avoid a government shutdown later this week. The current deadline is Friday at midnight, but that could change. Let's get to Kimberly Gill. She's in the newsroom for the very latest. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Yes, good afternoon. While there are signs of progress, it looks like the House and Senate are getting ready to give themselves at least another week to get a funding plan passed. Here's where things stand right now so far. It looks like both chambers will pass a continuing resolution that will push a deadline to December 23rd. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says negotiators have agreed to a framework for an omnibus agreement to fully fund the government in fiscal year 2023. Democrats are under pressure to get a deal before they lose control of the House in January. Right now, Republican leader Mitch McConnell is on board, but there are signs of dissent in his party over in the House. Listen.
We should not move a short-term CR. We should move one further into the new year. Allow the American people what they said a month ago, to change Washington as we know it today.
Okay, that was current House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy speaking there. The Democrats hold slim majorities in both the House and the Senate right now, but will they have the votes to get this done before the end of the year? That's the question. So stay tuned for that, Karen. I will see you tonight when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Always appreciate it. Thank you, Kim.
Absolutely.
Plenty of people in Hollywood and across the country are in shock over the death of DJ Stephen Twitch Boss. You may have known him from the Ellen DeGeneres show. NBC says his wife confirmed Twitch's death, and one of his representatives says it was suicide. He competed on Star Search and So You Think You Can Dance before Ellen hired him on her talk show back in 2014. This afternoon, DeGeneres posted a message on Instagram saying, quote, "I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light. He was my family and I loved him with all my heart. I will miss him." Twitch was 40 years old and is survived by his wife and 3 children, ages 6 to 14. Local nonprofit that many say saved the day for students during the COVID pandemic is now running into trouble itself. Remember 2020 when the COVID ran into education like a Mack truck? Well, teachers and students and parents really needed help to adjust to virtual learning. Paula Tutman joins us now with a startling update. Paula.
Yeah, hi Karen, hi everybody. So let's start by what Code 313 got done with really very little. So they are mostly self-funded, but when COVID shut down their programming, they actually used that time to get themselves up and going, but also to get students online. But it's been difficult, and it has come at its own set of costs. For 10-year-old Kylan, virtual learning in the early days of COVID was a losing proposition.
It was a nightmare. I didn't like it.
And I will give you your points.
I'm a face-to-face student, and honestly, I did not like going on Zoom.
His school, Detroit Academy of Arts and Sciences, did have tech.
We were lucky and fortunate to, one, have the technology.
Many did not.
During the pandemic, the first thing that was shown was that people didn't have the technology in their homes. They didn't have computers or internet access.
Many nonprofits in the metro area jumped in to do what they could. Principal Sherry Mantham says organizations like Code 313 in Detroit were pivotal. Yes, there were already online learning academies in existence. According to the National Education Policy Center at the University of Colorado, however, that number was less than 1% prior to COVID. But during COVID's lockdowns, suddenly that number jumped to 90% of students forced into online learning.
You can be happy with it, that's cool, but you can also create other things.
Code 313 is everything computers, coding, robotics, learning. A new nonprofit themselves, they had everything learning institutions needed, and all of a sudden their specialty became the game in town to educate children.
We've reached almost 40,000 scholars, and this is across not just Michigan, but across the country.
Then they found teachers with devices who didn't know how to use them to teach.
I was nervous. I was scared because I didn't know how all these pieces were going to fit together and how we were going to pull off educating students not on campus.
Then students with devices who didn't know how to learn virtually.
The problem then was they were still only getting the devices but not really learning how to use the devices.
And once they got students learning virtually, they provided programming to make that learning fun.
Or if you think about a science class, they can hold a heart in their hand and turn it around and hit a button, and then they can go inside the heart and see the chambers. That's majorly different than looking at it on a book and just seeing a flat picture of it.
Code 313 is honestly one of the best things in my class.
Okay, so they survived, and this is their brand new facility. They are up, open for business. They have programming. They have programming for families. But here is the cause and effect. 313 is a new nonprofit. They have very few sponsors, only minuscule grants. They spent many of their resources, much of the resources, really pulling kids through the COVID learning process. And here's the effect. They've had to decrease their staff by half, Karen, just so they can live to teach another day.
That is tough. I'm sure hoping that this story is going to make a difference. A life-saving organization for sure. We appreciate it. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
Still ahead, first at 4, millions of Americans may have been ready to celebrate when they received emails about their student loans, but we hope they didn't pop the champagne. We will explain. Also, a double heartbreak for a family caught in the path of a deadly tornado. This storm has been a double threat for days, and we'll feel some of the impact. First, a medical mystery solved. The wife of a soccer journalist explains why her husband could not have been saved.